You've probably never had katsu curry before. Now, I actually used to work at Wagamama's. Whoa. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but the stuff you're getting isn't even close. So that being said, let your favorite Japanese chef show you how it's really done.
Alright, so this is actually bare simple to make, and you probably have most of this stuff cutting about in your kitchen already. Use a bowl as a bin and just chunk up an onion into quarters. I think that these center bits are clapped, and if you put them in, you actually need sectioning, I can't lie. Now, I'm seeing so many people peel carrots wrong. You lot are doing these long strokes, but look, your blade has 2 ends. You see how much quicker this is? Just cut off the ends, and then you're going to slice it on an angle in quite big chunks. Then you're going to roll the carrot over a bit, and then repeat. This way you end up with these random shapes, which I think look quite bougie. Next, apply your newfound peeling knowledge to a potato and chunk that up nice and big as well. Just take the green part of a spring onion and flatten it out, then slice that into strips. It kind of looks like grass, and then throw that in some cold water. You'll see why in a minute. Just trust me, yeah? 2 for the price of 1 on peeling tips. Stop cutting your ginger to peel it. You lose so much of it. Just get a teaspoon and scratch off the skin, then grab your knife and punch it up. Mince up that 1-inch knob and then repeat with 3 cloves of garlic. Alright, now get a pan on medium heat, lube it up, and then throw in those aromatics. I'm talking about the garlic and ginger if you failed English GCSE or something. Now, do not burn this garlic. It will taste Once it's starting to go a bit blonde, throw in 3 tablespoons of butter. Yeah, I know that sounds like a lot. Just let me finish, fam. You're going to add anywhere between 1 1/2 to 2 tablespoons of S&B curry powder. Yes, it has to be S&B. Yes, regular curry powder is different. And no, I don't care if you're crying. Toast that until fragrant and then chuck in 3 tablespoons of plain flour. We're just cooking this flour to get rid of the booky taste that raw flour has before adding a teaspoon of honey and then adding in your chicken stock. Or veg stock if you know, tapped. But add that in bit by bit. So add some stock, mix it in, then add some more, and so on until you've added just over a litre. We want this to be like mad thin because we're adding our vegetables from earlier and then popping a lid on and simmering that for about 15 minutes. Alright, let's talk rice. If you follow me, you'll already know how to cook perfect rice. Here's a quick reminder for the new people. Wash your rice at least 3 times. Yeah, that's a sick camera angle, Akito. Nice one. Akito's dirty sleeve and 4K resolution for you there, guys. You're welcome. Pop that in your rice cooker, and for every 1 cup of rice, add 1 1/2 cups of water. But wait, we want that rice to soak for 10 to 15 minutes before we close the lid and turn the cooker on. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. So, chicken breast. You want to butterfly this by slicing it in half. Try and keep your knife perfectly flat and aim higher rather than lower. Now, the chicken isn't evenly shaped, so we're taking a mallet and imagining the chicken is the face of somebody who hasn't hit the subscribe button. I'll actually punch you up, I swear. Salt the chicken both sides. Okay, but pause, because listen, chicken katsu isn't really that popular in Japan. If you eat pork, I strongly recommend it. See this fat here? We're just going to make some slices across it. That'll stop it curling up when it cooks. Next, we're doing the exact same diamond scoring pattern we did in the calamari video on both sides of the pork. Take a mallet and pretend the pork is the face of someone who hasn't liked this video. Nah, I actually need to stop. I'm actually sounding like such a beg. Flatten that out, salt it both sides, and then get ready to bread. This is called a pane station, so we've got flour, panko breadcrumbs, and this egg that I'm flexing my one-hand cracking technique. Actually bowing for cracking an egg. Embarrassing, really. Give that a whisk, and then we just want to season that flour with a pinch each of garlic powder, MSG, and then a pinch of salt in the flour and the breadcrumbs. Mix that in and then dip your pork first into the flour, then the egg, and then finally the panko. Make sure you're pressing the breadcrumbs in, and then repeat that with your chicken. Then let's get to frying. Heat some high-heat cooking oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, first of all, just get one. It's actually mad helpful. But you can just drop in a slice of potato and wait until it floats to the top and gets golden. Then drop in your protein and fry until deeply golden brown and cook through. Drain that on some kitchen towel. Jeez, look at that. Let's assemble the curry in a bowl. Rice to one side. Get some vegetables in there and then pour over that rich sauce. Slice up your katsu and lay that on top. You ready for the spring onion? Look how curly that is, fam. Add some Japanese pickles and that's your curry. But hang about. What if I told you there's a way to eat katsu that white people just don't seem to know about? I'm talking tonkatsu. Look, just thinly slice up some white cabbage, throw that in a bowl and hit it with some salt. Grab yourself a lemon and then slice off a cheek. Lemon juice in, and we want this cabbage to bruise, so just squeeze that salt and lemon juice in. Honestly, just get bare rough with the thing. Slice up some spring onion and chuck that in. I'm optionally going in with some shiradashi here. It's just like getting lamped in the face by umami flavor. This is homemade, but you can get store-bought from Asian supermarkets. Plate that katsu up with your slaw, garnish with some coriander and a wedge of lemon, and top the katsu with some tonkatsu sauce. You can get this in most supermarkets now. Like for more recipes like this, you lot.